So I'm editing this video, and I believe what's very important for people to realize is when you go through your healing process and you become more in tune to your soul versus your head, where you're not overthinking things and you're not anxious anymore and you're not, dwelling or, working through stuff in a negative way, but you have appreciation and gratitude for all of that. And so then you go down to your soul and you say, let's do it together. So when you do that and you brighten up your day, you brighten up your life, you brighten up parts of your personalities that were hard to do before, you do a lot of brightening up, right? You glow up, right? I believe that what I am looking at now, that I kind of want to explain, that people can start to really become aware of the light that we have inside of us, and it will show in photos or video or whatever, and even in person, people will look brighter to others or lighter, like people will say to me, you just look happy. Well, I look brighter, I look lighter, I look different. So what I wanted to explain or show was an example of this from this video that I'm editing. So I want you to take a look at it, because we're both in front of a window and we're both in the daylight. I'm inside of a house. She's inside of a car. So what I'm saying is there's no artificial lighting. There's no other source of light. We're both indoors and we're both right directly in front of a window. She's in front of her car window and she's outside. You can see all of the light beaming through, right? Now, of course, the way she's facing the light, it will be naturally more dimmer, maybe, but the idea here is to look at the glow, because it's evident, and she's going through a lot, okay? So her life is heavy, and there was a time where I was going through a lot, and I bet if I pulled up an old photo or video of me, I would have the same density of lighting to my face. The like kind of the dull, the flat, like the darker tones. I actually called it the raccoon look, because in photography I was working with light and I was working with people and their eyeshadows and the way that they would look, and I'm realizing now it's just because of the vibration that they were on and the way that they were carrying their stress would dim their light. And that's what we say, we actually will say, I feel like my light's being dimmed. And we can actually start to see when people's lights are dimmed, because one would argue, well, the sun could be in front of you. It wasn't. It was above the house. So it's not like I have direct light on me. That's the thing. And she doesn't have direct light on her either, but we're both surrounded. She actually has more light in her space than I do because she's surrounded by it. So she is literally surrounded by light. But I have one small window and I just am brighter. Now, I'm not saying this is just proving, I believe, my theory, because there's a lot of things that I have been working towards that I've been quiet on because people, I feel like, will think I'm crazy. And so even now I feel like this could be that, but I don't care, because I think there are people that would listen to this and understand what it is that I'm saying, because people have already gotten to this point a long time ago. They've been just living privately, knowing how to navigate humanhood, where they could literally look at people and know if they are good or if they have not so good intentions. And we call it the bullshit meter. I call it the bullshit meter, but it's your intuition. And I think the more you grow within that, I think the more our physical appearance will change. And I think that's where we get to say to people, you just look happy. And so I just find it interesting reading and understanding those vibrations and those energies, especially as I'm editing a video, because I feel like I'm realizing that there's been proof to that theory, but it's just clicking to me. So anyway, just thought it was very interesting.